Housewives of Atlanta After Show. We are here for part 1 of 3 for reunions. Finally. Let's get right into it. I'm one of your hosts, Cha-Cha Channon Dade. Make sure you hit that hashtag, RHOAAS. I have to my left, Nadia Beddini.
We see each other.
And Megan Thomas.
We see you. I see you, honey.
Yeah, we good.
And of course, Miss Shawn Richardz.
I'm about that life.
Oh, y'all are on top of it. Happy early morning to you. All right, let's jump right into it. Of course, we're going to start off with NeNe. Now, first, I want to ask you guys about the wig commercial. Like,
is that real? Are they really trying to sell wigs?
No, but you know what's funny though? Like, if you notice when they cut back from the commercial, nobody was really. They was like,
I don't think any of them sounded funny, and I thought, I mean, that means that was money they invested in that. Like, it was a good prank, but it was like money they invested in. Everybody was like,
Yeah, it was probably competing with Portia's line of wigs. You know, I didn't think of that.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, Portia was like, oh, that's probably why she didn't laugh.
Yeah, hit the hashtag RHOAAS and let us know what you think. Let's jump into NeNe. All right, Claudia versus NeNe and Save Our Sons. Now, we talked about this a little bit on the last episode as far as Claudia approaching NeNe at this time with this whole topic.
Oh, my gosh.
But have you guys changed your mind in terms of Claudia's approach to her, or do you still feel the same way?
I still think it was wrong, but I'm not liking NeNe's reaction. She's trying to be cool and not answering back, but we're going to see the reunion is going to escalate to her crying and
Do you think her saying, oh, it's my fault?
So I think that's why, because she's keeping everything in, she's going to escalate to just, you know, explode. Because she's like, okay, you're wrong, you're right, I'm wrong, you're wrong, I'm wrong. Like,
what's
she
a better
doesn't
way
want
she
to.
could be handling that? Because she keeps doing that.
You know what? She keeps doing that, but
sarcastic
what does she typically do in the past? She would like typically fight back. She would keep it going, and then it escalates, and then the women fight. So would I rather have her do that for as a viewer and like ratings purposes? Probably so. But as a woman of color, I don't want her to do that, and it's better for her to just be like, fine, it's me, I'm the problem, I'm sorry, because at least then, what do you have to say back to her if you're fighting with her? You can't say anything back.
The fight ends right there.
Right.
If that's the case, then don't go to the reunion. Don't cut that check. Don't get that check. Don't be on a reality show.
She struck me as like she was being overly sarcastic, and I didn't like that. I felt like this is a reunion. You sitting there in hair and makeup for 2 hours, and you just want to sit there and go like this.
Yeah.
Like that, come on, NeNe. We expect more.
I think she's still very sensitive about the whole feeling attacked by them. And I think this is her tactic now. I'd rather see her do that than walk off.
Right. And when Dr. Jeff is coming,
They flew Dr. Jeff there.
And he's ready, too. He is looking at like this in the camera. All right.
He gets Deepak Chopra on right there.
Right. He has to redeem himself. He has to come back and redeem himself, obviously.
Yeah.
But I want to quickly talk about Bryson. And Andy
What
asked me a
was
question
that?
about Bryson.
I asked about people's kids now.
I know.
Leave people's kids
well,
out
no,
of it.
did he had evidently been arrested, and
That's what it was.
violated his probation. He was arrested versus
And he's the one who's a dad. He has a kid, right?
Yeah.
It's like 2 kids. I think.
Yeah, but you know, things happen, and again, you're on a reality show, so people
25.
know about your life.
Right.
And NeNe said he's 25,
25.
and we understand that.
Yeah.
25,
I thought
17.
she answered that well.
She could have said a little longer, say, you know, he's 25 and he's my son, so I back him
I feel
up.
like she did that right. He's 25. Like, leave him out of it. There's nothing to say. There's no, leave my son out of this. He's not on this show, so let's forget about that.
Yeah, don't talk about people's kids, especially Kandi. Speaking of Kandi, what do you think? Do you think Kandi read NeNe, or did NeNe read her as far as telling her why her and Phaedra are friends because they have the divorce in common? Or did Kandi read her talking about her superior attitude?
Oh, you know what?
The points were both equally correct, I felt. I was impressed with Kandi. She kind of went... Finally, but the thing is, what someone put online, and I got to look and see who said it. Someone said, why don't you have that type of attitude towards your mama, Joyce?
Oh, that's good.
You tried it.
You know, I think NeNe was really hurt from Kandi, because the way she said it, she said, I think you hate me, you know. But I think also Kandi was mad at her more for the fact that she's friend with Phaedra right now, and she feel some type of way about that, not really NeNe per se.
Yeah.
Right. And, no, they made really good points. Both of them had a valid excuse for why they felt the way they felt.
Yeah.
And when NeNe explained, like, yo, we have this divorce in common, and we have children, about, like, nobody else understood that. So I give her that. But, I mean, like, just like Kenny said, I've been feeling the same way about NeNe all season. She does have this stank superior attitude, like, and I give it to her when they showed her Broadway show, like, part on this reunion. I felt such a sense of happiness and joy. Like, look at where she's come from.
Yeah.
Nobody else on the stage is gonna be on Broadway probably. Like, that's huge.
Ever.
Right, that's huge.
Ever.
And I don't want to take that away from NeNe. That's big. But at the same time, you don't have to act real superior about that.
I think she does it with these group of women.
I think it's only with these group of women because you see how she is when she's around. She was around those her Broadway actors. She was very much like, you know, very professional and just happy to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, I could see why she acts like that.
Okay. All right. So 1 point for Kandi, 1 point for NeNe.
Yeah.
We'll see who wins.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Miss Phaedra. She still ain't taking them children to see their daddy.
You know what? Don't give me no.
Has anyone changed their mind?
I changed my mind though.
I honestly love Phaedra for being so upfront and saying, this is my life. This is my kids.
Yes.
I raised them, so everybody back
You pay
up.
the mortgage in my house, then you can say so.
No, I completely was, I mean, I've not been a fan of Phaedra's this entire season, really, but that was like, I was clapping in my house like, yes, girl, yes, because I totally agreed with her. I felt like, you know what, there are certain protocol that you have to do when you bring kids. They got to sit outside. If he's got to go to the bathroom, there's child molesters there. You're going to be in a car. Who's doing all of that?
Till death do you part. You do what you need to do. You
What?
know who you
Oh,
with.
no.
And she has still not gotten a divorce. And she has the tools.
You know what?
Listen, she has the tools and the money to take care of those children, to make sure they are sane when they walk in that jail and out of it.
And in addition to that, here's the thing. Kandi also said she's been to the Lexington Federal Penitentiary where he's held at. She's like, families come there all the time.
Yeah.
So you can't use that, you know, like, there's, they bring children in there. So the issue is really you just don't want your children to see him. If that's what it is, just be honest and say they don't
I
have to
don't
go in there to see him.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that she doesn't want her children to see him. She doesn't want her children in that type of environment.
Yes, and we can go on and on.
No, I'm never going to. No, I hate
We won't change our mind.
You know, I think
agree
the
to
only
disagree.
reason Phaedra didn't get a divorce yet is because, like she said, this is footage that her kid's gonna see.
Yeah.
So she doesn't want that to be on TV, but she will get a divorce. She just doesn't want to do it in the limelight with people judging and commenting about
Do
it.
you ladies think she will eventually get
I
a
think
divorce?
she will, and I think she can get a quickie divorce. She's probably, they are not shooting. They're not shooting right now. You know, now they're not shooting.
Right.
You never know. By the time they go back, she'll be like, oh, I'm divorced already.
But you know what? Even though she said she didn't want, you know, she wants to do things in her own time, and I respect that because this is a big life decision. You have to get divorced from your life partner. That's huge. But you're on a reality show, so I can't cut you any slack about you not wanting people to see stuff. You don't get to pick and choose what you reveal to people when you sign up for this.
Yeah.
And so that leads me to believe there is something else going on with Phaedra here. Phaedra, why are you still married to this man that's in the federal penitentiary when everybody, like, it's clear, like, you're probably going to get a divorce? What's keeping you there? So I'm like, were you involved in some kind of way? You don't want him to snitch and you trying to wait?
Ooh, we forgot about that. We forgot about that point. Very good, Megan.
That's a lot of what ifs.
I know, that's a lot of what ifs.
ifs.
It's a lot. What do you all think about her reaction when Andy asked her, did he ever get physical with you? And she was like, I'm not going to speak on that. I mean, that spoke volumes.
Right.
It was like, yeah.
I don't think she was playing. I mean, because you can just tell, like, first of all, she wasn't ready for the question.
Yeah.
And you can just see it in her face when she looked down and she's like, okay, as a lawyer, you got to answer things very diplomatically.
Yes.
And because she was looking for a diplomatic answer, that leads me to believe there's been something, even if it's a shove or a push, there's been something.
Yeah.
Maybe Apollo's coming out anytime soon, or sooner than we think.
Ooh.
I think he might come out sooner than we think.
I don't think
3
8
years.
years.
I don't
3
think
to 5.
so. I mean, we have murderers that
Get out.
walk out.
Yeah, it's true.
Free.
Child molesters.
Right.
Yes.
Which I don't want the kids around, so I agree with you, Phaedra. Please do not bring the kids to Kentucky.
Hit that hashtag RHOAAS and let us know what you're thinking, folks. Also, I want to know, Andy asked Kenya about her not apologizing to Phaedra. Does Kenya owe Phaedra an apology?
Yeah,
Remember?
absolutely.
She
No,
made
it
that
was
comment
more
about
about
kicking down.
Portia. It was that
I
Kenya
thought that was more
apologized
about
to Portia.
Well, they were saying a viewer made a comment about, you know, you shouldn't kick people when they're down. That's Kenya's philosophy.
Right.
But they were like, so why didn't you apologize to Phaedra? I don't think she owes Phaedra anything. But
I think she did apologize in the Philippines,
she
right?
did.
No,
she did not. She did not. She came at her. She said, "You speak first, and you let me know what's on your mind." That's how she came at her.
I thought she apologized in the beginning of the season.
Right.
She did. She did.
Okay,
But I
well,
don't
let's
think
go back to
I don't think it was as heartfelt as
But
that
I
moment in the
honestly-
Philippines.
I
think
honestly
that,
think all these apologies are worth nothing because then
apology,
we
I'm
see
sorry.
them again fighting. I thought Phaedra was cool with Kenya.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
And now they're fighting.
So what happened?
She cut her.
Phaedra was
Cynthia-
cool with her
Cynthia
until
and
she
NeNe.
started flirting with her husband.
No,
she was
we're
cool with
talking
her,
about
she had her
now,
back.
though.
Right,
This
because
is the thing is like Philippines was what, less than a couple
I'm
months
sorry,
ago.
I got the question wrong. Andy asked her, why didn't you reach out to Phaedra?
She said she
When she-
did, and then Phaedra was
No,
like, yeah, for her blog
No,
or
she
something.
said she didn't. She didn't. She didn't answer the question. She was like, this is a big topic. This is a big issue for her. She went around it. But I don't think she should.
Right, when
Kenya,
you
Kenya
break
should be the last
something-
person to reach out.
Wait,
to
When
her.
you
it's-
break
there's-
something, you can glue it together, but you still see the cracks. Like it's not going to
Right.
be
Right.
la la
They're not
land.
real friends. Let's just be. I
They're
mean, they're
not.
cordial. They made amends to be cordial, and that's fine. I don't think that they need to go past that because right now they still building. They got some other stuff to work out.
All right, let's move on to Miss Claudia and Portia's little argument
Oh
there.
my God.
Now, and you notice how I love how they brought Portia on
Yeah,
when
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Claudia's turn
Yeah.
to talk about that. First of all, do you think Portia should have brought up Kenya's mother?
Oh,
And then
I am so angry about that.
and then but then
Well,
Kenya
she
brings
brought
up
up
her
her
grandfather.
grandfather.
but to say something amazing about her grandfather.
but she didn't.
But she,
No,
no,
she didn't.
that's like, you
didn't.
can't be like, I'm gonna give you this really great praise about your granddad, and then I'm gonna come and get you like
Like,
that.
what
That's
if I
mean.
tell you, I'm like, hey, I don't know why you're so mean and your grandfather was a charity man. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It's like, oh, your grandfather was such a good man, so I don't understand why you're so
Violent.
disgusting.
See, I still feel that was a
What?
little
Manipulating?
That was shady,
That was
Kenya.
shady. That was shady tea. I get you with that, the gray tea. But I still feel that you don't bring up someone's mother when her mother's still alive too, and then she's talking
Yeah.
about this. I mean, it's clearly no, I don't like that.
Hopefully she was watching backstage.
I think
because she
Portia
some
said
things about
something
her mom.
not that bad about the mother. She said, I understand why you're like that because you don't have the love I had.
Yeah.
But that's kind of mean, though.
That's very
like,
mean.
You know,
That's
like, you know,
horrible.
She had love from other people in her
She-
family, so to
she-
be
yeah.
like, because I felt like when Portia said that, it was. She kind of was just like, oh, you poor charity case, like
Yeah.
you didn't have the love like I had, so I get why you're
But
like
if
that.
that's how she feels, she was honest. I think instead Kenya did it with second motive. She just stated the fact. She said, you grew up like that, so maybe that's why you act like this.
But she went
But
all
Kenya-
into the speech. She heard
Yeah,
her grandfather
Kenya
was this
had a
great
second
man,
motive.
and he did all this for our history.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then for her to promote violence,
Yeah.
you know, not apologize for
Also,
violence.
when
But anyway, I
Portia-
want to know, who do
I
you
don't
think
like-
is the better role model between Kenya and Portia?
trying to be-
if
no,
you
no, no.
had to choose,
Girl,
you had to choose.
you better close your eyes and
Close
hope in
your
case somebody
eyes.
else comes along.
You literally need to go like this, and then hopefully you on the other side of the paper, because nobody's name was on the paper.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't
like
think,
I said, they were trying to be example, but I don't think none of them is a good example. They
No.
all examples of life, and we have to take it for what it is. It's a reality show. It's
Exactly,
not
exactly.
the noble. So
Okay, Cornell cheating.
Oh.
Do you believe it? Hashtag RHOAAS.
Of
Let us know what you
course.
think. I want to know, was it with a man or a woman?
Woo!
I do. They had these rumors flirting about.
No.
They were about
the
Cordell
rumors
before he
about
was-
Cordell were from prior to the even them
Yeah.
doing the show. I mean, that was known when
I
he
don't
was
believe
when
it.
he was
I
playing
heard
on the
about
team in
other
Philly.
football players being allegedly gay, but to me, as long as
It was a situation he was supposedly caught. I mean, this is also on online, but he was supposedly caught in a park in Philadelphia when he was playing on a team.
Well, either way,
So
I mean,
you
even
know,
if it's a man or a woman, the point is you're married to somebody that you
They were-
promised lifelong fidelity to.
Right.
So whoever you cheat on her with, you cheated on her, and that's not cool. And so,
Do y'all think he cheated?
yeah, absolutely.
probably.
at the point of where they were in their marriage, I could see him doing that.
Yeah. I still want to know if it's a man.
It was funny to me how Cynthia got so upset at Portia for talking about Peter
was
cheating
just like-
rumors when she spread all the rumors about
She does
Phaedra
not
and
see
Mr.
it.
Chocolate.
Cynthia, let's talk a little bit about Cynthia.
Oh my
I think
God.
I was just
Cynthia does not
repeating.
see
She's like, I was just
her play.
repeating what your husband told my husband.
Right.
I'm like, well, why did you? And you could have pulled her to the side and be like,
Well,
hey, let me
Portia
tell you
was just repeating what she heard in her little head, you know?
Yeah. a little break.
Everybody's repeating then why you get so offended and you have...
I don't think Cynthia even got it, that she was wrong as well.
she
And
doesn't.
she started it off wrong.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
you're at a dinner with a bunch of girls that are not really getting along. You're going to go, oh, and then, you know,
So
what
I
my
heard-
husband said.
Right, and you know what though? Like, if you watch Cynthia during the reunion, this is a totally different Cynthia. Like, I was just looking at her like,
in what
if
way?
you think, okay, think about the last reunion. She was like really, really sad, and here's NeNe is saying that she's not my friend and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, she's crying, and then you see this new Cynthia.
Everybody
is
was
like,
talking about it.
Like she's
Yeah.
going in.
Everybody was talking about that online last night, about that.
She looked good. She looked great. Who do you think looked the best?
I like NeNe.
I like her hair.
I love NeNe outfit.
I like her
thought
outfit.
Portia's outfit made her look a little big.
Yeah.
I like Phaedra's outfit. I mean, I think it was. It could. I liked it. I like that.
Southern Belles don't wear white before Easter.
What are you doing? she didn't get the memo.
But Kandi's breasts were like, I kept looking at her boobs because they were so huge. I was like, why are her boobs so big?
Well, who do you
What
think?
about Kenya? She lost a lot of weight because
Kenya,
she
she
was
looked
looking
great.
a little
She
big.
looked
Kenya looked good. I thought they looked good. I would, if I had to choose which outfit.
We're forgetting about Claudia. I want to know who won the fight between Claudia and
Oh, we
Portia.
gotta back that.
Who do you think? Hit the hashtag
I
RHOAAS.
actually liked Claudia's. What did she say? If you plan on, you about that?
me?
Yeah, are you about that life? Yeah. I mean, it went back and forth. I did not think Portia had
A leg to stand on.
a leg to stand on with that because I believe that she really did confess that she had this married man.
Right.
But
And
you know-
you know what? Look, I love me some Claudia, but this episode, I was like, she's kind of mean. Like, she was going in on these girls. She has the right to do so because it's a reality show. But I just felt like she was being a real pit bull against these girls, like against Portia, against NeNe, everybody.
But also you got to think. What I think also happens too, the reason why they do binge watch. They start binge watching all the episodes and then they go on the reunion and they're not happy anymore. They're not friends anymore.
Right.
So I think that's
a good
also
point to remember where they're coming from.
because you see what happened to
I
Kim
don't like Claudia
Richards.
that much.
She binge watched and then ended up in drunk. You know what I mean? Kim
yeah.
Richards. So like that's I think a lot of times just to catch up because they're about to go in. Sometimes they don't really watch during the season when it's airing, and then they binge watch and they go in and they're like, I can't stand.
I don't know. I didn't like Claudia that much for talking about sleeping with a married man. If you don't have no facts, no pictures.
I'm just tired
Does
of
she
the
have
whole
receipts?
topic.
I want receipts. If y'all gonna have receipts, present receipts. That's all I have to
Portia was
say.
right. She didn't make it the whole conversation about the cheating rumor. She said
Yeah.
it was something I didn't even hear it.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to know, Cynthia said she didn't know what kind of Jamaican to do in Life Trails On. So
What kind of Jamaicans exist?
yeah, what kind of Jamaican are we talking about?
And they need to stop lying to her and saying that she did really
She
good.
was
I like,
horrible.
stop.
She was horrible. I thought she was horrible. But there people need to understand there are Chinese people who are live in Jamaica. They're Jamaican Chinese people. So I'm like, so why when she made that comment, Phaedra was like, Jamaican Chinese. I was like, well, clearly you haven't traveled to know, but they are all types of Jamaicans that live
There's
there.
Chinese everywhere. Listen, there's
Yeah.
how many billions?
Yes.
But Cynthia's performance was like, y'all should have cast Demetria.
All right, hit
Where is
the
Demetria?
RHOAAS and let us know what you think, Peaches. And let us know what you think about this first part reunion. I thought it was a little slow again.
It's the calm before the storm.
Yes, it is. We're going to take a quick little break, but Peaches, don't go anywhere because we got some great questions for you. We'll see you in 1 second. 1 minute, actually. Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
The more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are going to be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell them, go ahead and turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on theStream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Hey, Peaches, thanks for joining us again. We want to give some shout outs to our YouTubers who are right on YouTube right now. Nadia, who's on the chat room?
Everybody's on here going crazy. Thank you so much. We got Quintessential, of course, Indie Rhythm and Blues, Shayla Walton, Edwina Amoako, Adriana Perry.
Wow,
so many. Thank you all for watching. Somebody said they like Portia a little better as a role model.
Cool.
And they asking if Claudia is obsessed with Portia, why is she all up in her business? I guess the fact that they work together too, and they comparing checks and like
Portia
careers.
said that's her storyline. She was like, "I'm your storyline." To
Yeah,
Claudia.
she did say that.
What storyline would Claudia have if Portia wasn't there?
Her
acting
feet.
career.
Her feet. I know, right? Her feet.
Her stand up. She's gonna have to get a
She's gonna have to get a boo.
She's gonna have to get a mate.
Find her a
Get a boo. Get a boo.
But then wait. What is Portia's storyline?
Oops. Bloop.
I'm not even trying to throw shade. I thought about it. Like,
She got
really.
a divorce.
Yeah.
What is it now, though? What
Divorce
is it
is
now?
over.
What is
Her
it?
African prince, maybe.
She's
maybe
never
She's never gonna put him on
Side chick.
camera. She's never gonna put that African guy on camera.
What's all their storyline? Let's
Right,
really ask a question. Hit the
right.
hashtag RHOAAS to let us know what you're thinking. Make sure you hit that stream button. Make sure you subscribe. We also want to give some shout outs to our YouTubers who are very active throughout the week. We so
Yes,
appreciate you
you
guys.
guys
You
are
don't know how
amazing.
much we love seeing your comments. Fiona Annan, Fernando Torres, also Dennis Allen and Nikki Brooks. We also have Cynthia. What did we say? Gady. We think that's how you pronounce it. Let us know, Cynthia. Always. All right, let's jump right into our first fan question, which is from Twitter, and it's from Fernando Torres at NextTopMD. He says, Do you ladies agree that Kenya bringing up Portia's granddad and his philosophy of nonviolence was actually a valid point?
Absolutely
or
not.
Hashtag RHOAAS. It's just how she brings it up.
Right.
It's how she brings it up. It could have been going very well. And Kenya does that. It's how she brings things up.
She's
Even on Celebrity
very-
Apprentice. It's how she could be winning the argument, but she'll go in there and she'll dig in a spot she should not have gone.
Right.
That's the art of being the beauty queen.
I
Like,
mean,
she
will
just
we
knows how to answer
blame
this
the
question.
German for the Nazi? It's just a generalization. It's so, to me, is very stupid. Like, it's ignorant to say because your granddaddy was such a peaceful person, why are you so violent? Like,
I think it has some validity to it.
I
Like,
thought
you know,
that was a good valid point.
Like, yeah, you come from, you basically in the
It's
South,
how she
especially
did
your
it.
name is in your family name is what you carry. You know, it's taught very strongly.
yeah,
in the
but
South.
remember the preacher's daughter. You know,
Right.
then you want to be your preacher's daughter. You should be holy and virgin for the rest of your life. No, it's not. It doesn't happen like that.
All right, let's move on to our next Twitter question. Thank you, Fernando. Also, we have from Bad Somebody.
That's
Hashtag Meg
God.
Scoop, hashtag
my
RHOAAS. Please
God.
explain why Portia can't get it together. Sorry, her stories don't add up. The marriage or her friendships? Ooh. Ditto.
Wow.
Hey, she's
We
25.
Is she 35?
Is she?
25, I don't know. She's
she's in
young.
her 30s,
She's
honey.
Way in her
30s.
She's
She's
young.
young.
She's young mentally.
She's young.
Why
She
y'all
just
keep
got on the
saying that?
show.
She is not. She's a grown woman.
She is.
She,
Yeah.
but she's green. She's green.
No, she's-
I don't understand why her stories don't add up. I honestly think because she doesn't have a storyline. So I think she's also trying to figure out where am I going to go with this show? Because they're trying to make cuts.
You
Trying
can
to be
see
part of the
they're
cut.
trying to make cuts.
Yeah.
You can see they're trying to make
Where's
cuts.
Demetria?
On tour.
Where's
Demetria?
Demetria? All right, let's go to our final Twitter question, which is from, again, Fernando at NextTopMD. So, who are NeNe's friends? Bloop. Good question.
Wow.
Who are her friends besides Phaedra?
Her allies.
Portia.
They're allies. They're her allies. Like
This
we're on the
season.
show
Well,
Survivor.
I think
This
her
season.
friends are not on the show.
Yeah.
probably has friends. Her husband.
No.
Marlo, her friend anymore.
Marlo was hanging. I saw a picture with her with Beyonce's daddy. So come on.
I'm glad Marlo's not on the show. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
I
All right,
wish
let's give
Marlo
some
was
Twitter
on the show.
shout
I
outs.
love Marlo.
Freya, Michaelson at Freya Mikey, and Kevin at Janelle Wadey, Victor Edenian at USB Mint Express VP, and Miss Shark at Miss_Shark. Peaches, we got a whole lot to talk about. Make sure you hit the hashtag RHOAAS throughout the week and let us know. We want to know what the storylines will be for these women. Who should be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta next season? Let us know. Hashtag RHOAAS. And we thank you so much for interacting with us throughout the week. We'll see you next week for part 2.
We see you.
For more of the Real Housewives of Atlanta after show, just hit the subscribe button at theStream.tv.